2, 1. And we're live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to On the Phone, episode 1. I'm joined by my co-host, Philip Garcia.
Hell yeah, what's up, everybody?
We are here in our situation room. We have created... please. We have created a situation room to deal with a situation that is now ongoing. The ongoing threat to our nation and possibly our planet and our species. Over the last few days, there have been ongoing goings-on in the sky over the United States, and me and Philip have decided to take the matter into our own hands and getting the information from the people to the people. You, the people, please hear us, listen. Call in. The phone number is, Philip.
Phone number is 865-900. That's 865-900-7076. And if you've got a UFO encounter experience, maybe you were probed, it doesn't matter. We want to hear about it.
No, we want to hear specifically over the last few days the goings-on. Is it the Chinese? Is it balloons? Is it perhaps something more sinister or less sinister or even perhaps more silly than balloons? Balloons with propeller hats.
Okay.
Is that what's happening? Who knows? But it's our job to get to the bottom of this, and we're going to take your calls, and we're going to take the information, and we're going to pass it on to the people. That's what we're here to do, ladies and gentlemen, the people. Now, this phone number that Philip has listed, you may call in, you may text in, you may call and leave a voicemail. If we are live, the line is open. If we take a call and we are speaking to somebody and you want to call in, just call in and leave a voicemail or leave a text, and my producer will contact you and we will call you back.
I'm posting the link right now.
Post the link.
Too.
We're going up. We're going live. Everyone, we are live. Hold on. I'm going to post on my Instagram that we're live as well.
It's important.
Can you give me the let me take a picture of the
We already have one person watching right now, just
you know. Yes, thank you for watching. Please call in. We must get to the bottom of this.
Lately, as of Thursday, there was one official UFO sighting that they shot down
we
over...
we have an incoming call.
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm not.
Already?
We have an incoming call. Are you ready?
I think so.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I should take it.
Hello, sir. You are live on the sir or ma'am. My mistake. I don't know. You are on the phone, sir. First of all, what is your name, sir?
My name is Miguel. I'm using a fake name because I'm hiding from the government.
Oh, really? You're hiding from the government, you say?
Yes. I can't do this call for more than 3 minutes, or they will triangulate my position.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Well, what do you got for us,
Well,
Miguel?
we need 10 out of you, so you know.
What's going on? Which part? Which?
Holy
no. Hold
shit.
on. Which?
I'm gonna have to connect to my VPN, fellas.
I understand.
Do you need
your
to call us
time,
back?
sir. No.
No,
Philip,
I'm
please
here.
shut the
I'm
fuck
here.
up while I talk to this person of the people.
Who's
Now,
this
sir.
Philip idiot?
Sir.
Sounds like an idiot. All
Sir,
right.
you've called into our show. You say you're hiding from the government. What can you tell us?
I can tell you quite a bit because of my VPN. I will tell you that all of these UFOs, suspiciously, they're all Chinamen. Every single one of them.
No, the unidentified. You have identified the unidentified as Chinamen.
So here's what's happening. I was hanging out, and I was just in my yard, and I was in Montana where I live.
Mm-hmm.
Where I lived, government, don't follow me. Where I lived, and I was in Montana, and I saw something shooting across the sky, and then a missile hit it. All these planes flew by. I said, holy shit, I got to go check that out. So I ran out in the field. I got on my tractor. I drove out to the pasture where it was, and inside of this, it was tall. It started small at the bottom and got taller as it went up. It kind of looked like a red box, and it was full of dead Chinese guys. And there was one of them, and he said, "Ni hao, ni hao," and he yelled at me.
I don't think we.
And I was terrified. I was terrified, and I didn't know what to do. So I called 911. I backed the blue. I know my boys, and I called them and I said, "Hey, a bunch of Chinamen just landed in a Chinese to-go box on my property, and I don't know what to do about them." And then my grandson, he was on Reddit, and he told me that there's UFOs flying out. And I've got a buddy, he runs a ranch up in Canada, And he said the exact same goddamn thing happened to him. A to-go box from a Chinese restaurant landed full of Chinamen.
Now,
so I'm terrified because I called the news and I said, hey, we shot down that balloon and now they're just sending to-go boxes of like Kung Pao chickens full of men over to us.
Now, sir.
It's Miguel.
Now, Miguel.
Yeah.
Now, let me
Yes.
ask you this, Miguel.
I am Mexican. I can say all this. It's not racist.
Right. My question to you was why it seems as though are you sure they were Chinese?
110%. The second I went back inside, there was pee inside of my Coke.
All right, sir. I have a feeling. I have a feeling you may just be a racist man. It doesn't sound like you really know anything.
I'm Mexican. Hey, listen here. I'm Mexican. I can't be racist.
How do you feel about MSG, Miguel?
It's delicious, and it's never given me a headache once.
Okay.
Don't let the mainstream media listen. No, I wasn't saying Chinaman is bad. I'm just saying, why are they landing on my property?
Okay.
And then why are they landing up in Canada? And I understand. Chinaman might not be the right word, but I only got a 4th grade education. I ain't learned what we're supposed to say.
In 4th grade, they taught you to say Chinaman?
No, my poppy taught me that.
Yeah. So we don't need to say Chinamen. We say China people.
Okay. So there were several China people. I don't know their gender. You are correct, good sir. I don't know what the China people's genders were because they had been blown to smithereens, but I can tell you that they smelled delicious.
Well, it's still, you know what? You have a good, I can tell you're saying very racist and very not okay things, but I can tell you have a good heart. They do smell. Yeah, the good. Yes, I agree with you. Now,
listen, here's my problem. Everybody on the internet's going on and on about these UFOs, but they are not you. They have been identified. Those objects that were flying in, I don't know why they're coming here, but I can tell you that they look like to-go boxes and they're full of China people.
Let me ask you this, sir. Why do you feel that you're running from the government? Why does the government have any interest in you? Are you just a civilian?
No.
Do you have?
No. Well, listen, I'm making sure my VPN's connected. I'm hiding outside of a bar in an undisclosed location.
I'd like to take this moment just to mention our sponsor, NordVPN. Use off the phone at Nord for 10% off. Go ahead, sir.
So I'm using my NordVPN, make sure I'm safe. But so here's I called into the news and I said, hey, they're dropping to-go boxes to Chinamen. And I'm so sorry. They're dropping to-go boxes. I said Chinamen because I wasn't educated, but they're dropping to-go boxes of China people. Don't laugh.
That's gross.
I laugh only now at your ignorance, sir.
No, Miguel, we're proud
I laugh only at your ignorance, sir.
We're proud of your
I
growth,
understand.
Man. We're proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been growing since I've been growing. But so I told them this, to-go box of China people landing, and I called my friend up in Canada. He had a to-go box full of China people. And I said, hey, Mr. News Person, I think we need to get this out there so that people can be on the lookout in case like a box full of Chinese people show up.
All right, Miguel. I think we've heard
Miguel,
enough about Chinese people.
I'm done with your racist stuff. We're going to another caller. Hello. You're on the phone.
Hey, how's it going? My name's Nicholas. I'm having drinks at a bar right now. It's about to close, and I saw you guys are live, so I wanted to call and say hello.
Hello, Nicholas. Hey. Hello, Nicholas. Nicholas, what can you tell us about the ongoing situation with the balloons? Are they aliens?
You know what? I feel like they're all full of hot air.
Oh my God, he may have cracked it.
You don't believe that they're alien spacecrafts at all?
I kind of hope they are. I really hope. I'm hoping. I really would like that because you know what? Let's just bring some new diversity into our world.
What if it's violent though? What is your first course of action in a violent alien takeover?
It's either I'll be part of the 99% that die because they're going to kill us with their superior technology, or I'll be in the 1% of the resistance.
You think you have a chance at taking on? Well, here's my question. What if they come down? We're already shooting them down, right? That's what's happened.
I mean,
If we
down, yeah. Technically.
Now, let me understand you correctly, Nicholas. You do believe these are alien craft?
These are alien craft without a doubt. There is no question. I believe it fully, and and I don't believe in vaccinations, and I believe this is what's happening.
Now, what gender might they be? Might it be okay for us to assume their gender?
Oh, they are quadruple. It's hard to pronounce, but it's quadruple-pussy. Means they have 4 pussies, but they're technically males.
Now, let me ask you about your what credibility do you have, sir?
I used to watch a lot of NASA videos online on the YouTubes, as well as a lot of alien conspiracy documentaries that I watched on YouTube as well.
Yes.
So I believe those qualifications speak for themselves, sir.
So you're coming from a straight point of conspiracy, no actual hard facts, no witnesses, no.
Now, we appreciate you calling in, and we appreciate your opinion, but it is your opinion, sir.
I believe it's your opinion as well.
Yeah.
I believe it's the opinion of all.
I think I would like for them to exist. I don't want them in my apartment, though.
No, but I would like for them to exist. I want to see. I want to broaden our horizons as a species. I want to see other planets. If they can help us check out space for real.
I agree. I think I agree with you. I think that would be what I most would like about it is if aliens were to show up, it would break the absolute monotony of my life and give us something interesting to look forward to.
Yeah, not the birth of children or anything in the near future, but
okay, sir.
aliens.
Okay, that's enough, sir. I don't like what you're insinuating there. Sir. And I do believe I know you, and I frankly don't care to talk to you anymore, sir. We are going to move on. We would like to hear from somebody.
Thanks for
maybe
calling
who
in,
works
Nicholas.
in the government. Maybe somebody who works at NASA. Somebody who can tell us what's going on here.
Music back on.
We're going to a commercial break.
Why am I talking to H.G. Wells right now? From War of the Worlds.
Yeah, do you not understand the fucking concept of the whole show?
I love it.
It's on the phone, people. We're taking calls. They're coming in. We're in the low desert here in Austin. Please.
The low desert.
Please come
Yeah, hey.
and call in. Philip, what is the number one more time?
Hey, everybody, go ahead and call in to On the Phone Live right now. It's 865-900-7076. We're starting at humble beginnings here at On the Phone. Once again, the main mission is to go ahead and talk about what's happening in basically modern, what would you call it? Paranormal?
We are currently experiencing an event here in our great nation of the United States. And I know it may be controversial to say that, great nation, but I still believe it is a great nation. And we currently may be under attack from foes near and very afar.
I don't think we're necessarily under attack. We're shooting them down fairly well. Like, if it was a situation where we were under attack, we've been able to take them down with, like, a human missile. Unless we stole that technology from the Eisenhower administration when they, how there's, like, a conspiracy theory that Eisenhower met with aliens?
Go on.
Dude, so it's like, I'm pretty sure that takes place during the Roswell presidency is the Eisenhower administration. And then when it crashes in Roswell, they go and they retrieve all that shit and they get it and they study the crash, and they still talk to this day about the energy source and like the gravitational movement and all, and that's how they'd space travel. By like basically tricking or moving I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist. And Eisenhower apparently sits down and meets with aliens and basically says, you can study our people in exchange for understanding of like some like higher tech. But who knows? I mean, cell phone cameras have gotten pretty
Philip,
good.
Before we take our next call here, who is calling in? Is somebody?
Are you shitting me? Again?
No, we have no caller at the moment. Please, What's the number one more time, Philip? You can call, you can text, you can leave a voicemail. Go ahead.
Go ahead and call in on the phone live. You can have your voice heard right now at 865-900-7076. And we're here and we're waiting desperately for your call.
We need the information. We want to speak to somebody, government employees maybe, maybe somebody who has seen something. And specifically here, we're looking for the last few days. Now, Philip, before we do move on to another call here, let's go through a quick recap of the events of the last few days. This all began with a so they claim Chinese weather balloon that
that
came
was like
down
a week
from.
ago.
Yes, exactly. This is when this all started. So we're now catch up with me now, Philip.
Yeah.
I said we're going to go through a recap. So it
Yeah.
started
Got you.
with a Chinese balloon from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Little trouble there already.
We're not bringing, though, the weather balloon from like 2 weeks ago, right? Though that has nothing to do with this. The one we know for a fact was like a satellite, the Chinese spy balloon.
Well, that's where this all began.
You're counting this as a UFO, or are you just saying, because this Thursday was the one that we shot down and there's no pictures, there's nothing of it.
As far as I'm concerned, this whole thing is one story that all started with a Chinese weather balloon.
Okay,
Am I
fair.
wrong?
I feel like, yeah, it's kind of been in the same zeitgeist period. Yeah.
Exactly. So, Chinese weather balloon from Canada transverses the United States and is shot down out of the sky.
Correct.
Some say by the Biden administration, others say different.
Who else would it have been? It was an
Excuse
American...
me, sir.
Okay, sorry.
Excuse me,
Go
sir.
ahead. You're right.
Then, what's the next event, Philip?
All right.
Then we began shooting things down. There was multiple other balloon sightings.
February 4th, a Chinese spy balloon is shot down over the Atlantic Ocean. I'm
Okay.
using New York Times here
Okay.
as an official source for a timeline. February 10th, which was this Thursday, a UFO. So notice the wording difference there. A Chinese spy balloon, and then it says on the 10th, a UFO is shot down off of Alaska. Over the waters of Alaska, the object broke into pieces after being shot down and was most likely a balloon. So they've kind of said that one was a balloon now, but there's also sources in Alaska and like some crazy TikTok videos, like where people are saying, like, or showing floating lights, which I guess that could be a weather balloon. But I don't think they've recovered that one yet. But they said it was the size of a small car. I could see that being the exact same as the one on February 4th. But on the next day, Friday, the 11th, an American F-22 fighter jet shoots one with a Sidewinder missile. And it was unclear what the object was, but Prime Minister Justin Trudeau of Canada said it was violating Canadian airspace.
Wow.
The next day, so this is the now third day in a row after the 4th.
Now, before you move to the next, phone number one more time, Philip.
865-900-770, or sorry, 865-900-7076. It's happening right now at the On the Phone Live podcast. We're discussing the UFO incidents from this past week and on February 4th. Right now we're talking about the February 12th one in specific. It's the third day in a row, starting after February 10th, where a UFO is shot down over Lake Huron. So now this is happening in Montana, and they shoot it over Michigan.
Okay.
Over what some people is like a recreational lake. They're shooting down UFOs, and then there's some crazy pictures out of this one that I don't know if they're real or not. They look like a screenshot from Interstellar, if you ask me. But that one's the most interesting. And then let's see. Yeah, still nothing. The let's see, 20,000 feet had an octagonal structure with strings hanging off, but no discernible payload. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, that phone number is 865-900-7076. 865-900-7076. I mean, what is transpiring? What is going on? We must get to the bottom of this.
February 13th, the objects were not sending signals, but did pose a threat. That was yesterday.
The objects.
That was Monday. That was today, basically.
The objects were not sending signals.
Yes.
But posed a threat. What do you think that means?
It says they were posed a very real threat to civilian air traffic, but were not sending out communication signals. John F. Kirby, a spokesman for the National Security Council, also said the 3 objects did not have people inside and did not have maneuvering or propulsion capabilities.
So they're balloons.
They're balloons. We'll see.
But why not say the word balloon? What are they hiding? What could they be hiding?
Or what has China created?
What has China created?
Unless they put like a helium balloon inside of a structure, and then that's moving now. I don't know. A lot of people have said that the first balloon's flight pattern followed the solar eclipse line across the United States.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what could be happening?
Yeah, that's right. Maybe
we are
you know a
going to
little
take
bit more
another
than we
break. We will return to live coverage of what is happening on the phone. Stay with us. Live coverage of the ongoing situation here. The ongoing situation in our country that may be under attack from foreign adversaries, may be under surveillance from alien technology. We are here to get to the bottom of it. We are taking your calls. We are taking your community. The phone number, Philip, please.
It's 865-900-7076. And that's going to be either illegal alien or just regular alien. If it's alien either way, now that I'm realizing.
We don't like jokes here, Philip.
We're keeping it real.
We're keeping it real. We're keeping it real with the people of the United States. They must know. The people who are watching, the person who is watching, please call in.
Yeah, if you're having a slow evening, or you've just had the craziest.
If you've got something, if you have information on the ongoing situation, if you have some sort of credibility, are you a government employee? Are you some sort of secret agent spy who may have some knowledge? Are you a whistleblower? Do you work for the NSA and you want to call in and you want to let us know what is really going on? Or are you somebody who just wants to give your opinion? You want to give a political opinion? You want to give a scientific opinion? We are also taking calls, I believe, from mental institution escapees is also a call that we are currently taking here. Philip, the ongoing situation began about a week ago. On what date was it?
February 4th.
February 4th.
Yeah.
This situation all began with a balloon.
Yes.
One man's balloon and dream came south from the Canadian border and transversed the United States, and we shot that motherfucker out of the sky.
In a true show of American glory and passion, blaze.
But now there seems to be evidence, and some people think there may be something greater going on. They may not be telling us. I was having a conversation with my niece, 6 years old. I said, "Do you like balloons?" And she said, "I don't think they're telling us everything." Smart kid, that one. Smart cookie, that one. We spoke to a simple racist man from Montana earlier who had much to say and many negative things to say about our Asian brethren. We personally here and on the phone do not hate anyone, and certainly would not complain about Chinese food arriving on our lawn.
Yeah, we also don't condone or control what people say when they call in. This is actually a live show.
This is live. This is a live show. We're taking your calls.
People.
And we're broadcasting you to the people.
And honestly, I think...
If you work at a warehouse, if you work
right,
maybe in a sewer of some sort, perhaps you work at a bar, it is late, you're closing up, and you want to call in and give us your opinion on what's really going on out there. We want to hear the story. We want to hear the real news. Again, that number is 865-900-7076. We await your call.
And I just want to know, baby. I just want to know what's going on in the sky right now.
Now, Philip, what was the latest event that has taken place?
Latest event happened on February 13th, today. It happened today. That's right. I just had it pulled up. I'm really sorry. You know how it is around here. The objects were not sending signals, but did pose a threat, the White House said. So the White House came out today and made a couple of statements. Rolling back, is the cat fucking up a bunch of shit?
I thought the door might have opened.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see.
No, I guess not. Maybe the cat was just doing something. Technical.
They're here. They're coming.
They're here.
Coming to get us.
They believe. I believe our broadcast may be
I got so scared.
under surveillance of some sort.
Dude. If someone walked in right now, I'd donkey kick the shit out of them.
Yes.
No one here knows the setup at the house, but we're all good.
But we're here to take your calls, people. Again, the phone number on your screen. Call us, text us.
Give us your ideas, because I think it's interesting that the government came out today and was like, it gave a bunch of very specific details that would just like basically saying it's not a UFO, but there also hasn't. Why did they go? The first one's a Chinese spy balloon, and then if the next 4 have been, or whatever, 3 have not been Chinese spy balloons, why did they?
What have they been?
Why hasn't the government been like, yeah, they're just more spy balloons? Why? What's the problem with multiple spy balloons? Are we going to war? You know what I heard recently is that there's been a lot of green laser sightings in Hawaii, which means that there might be satellites doing some type of ground mapping.
Green lasers, you say?
Yeah, and but you want to hear something really scary about that? That's indicative of a mapping for laser or missile strikes, so that they're far more accurate. I'm sorry, I don't mean to harbor war into the podcast, but it's the situation.
Well, it's also very likely you have no idea what you're talking about.
I read about this.
read.
Who texted you last night at 3 a.m. was like, dude, we got to start this tomorrow because shit's popping off. I'm telling you.
And we're here to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
We're here to take your calls. 865-900-7076. Please call us, text us, leave us a voicemail.
That was 865.
970, 76. Say the fucking number. What's wrong with you? Jesus Christ.
Hey, we're going through it.
This is our Situation Room. We are in the situation, taking your live calls and providing live coverage of the ongoing aerial phenomenons in the United States. Now, Philip.
What's up, boss?
When this all began, would you say, for the listener who doesn't know you and know your personality, would you say you are, in fact, a believer?
I would say I would like to believe. Yeah, I'm there. I'm actually there.
Do you think currently the situation we're dealing with is extraterrestrial in nature, not of this earth?
No, I think it's something far more real and sinister. I think the Chinese government is mapping the United States of America. They already have that information. Yeah, I think it's aliens, dude. I think the government's trying to cover it up. For sure, right? Or, we talked about this earlier this evening. This is all just a big hubbubaloo to cover up the big chemical spill in the that happened where at? In Palestine?
Yes, another situation which has arisen today. Somebody was explaining the situation to me, saying that there was a large explosion in Palestine, and I thought, well, that makes sense. And then they said Palestine, Ohio, and I thought, oh my God, they bombed the wrong Palestine. Those poor people in Ohio. Well, we have a live call. We're taking a call, ladies and gentlemen.
This is always fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, sir or ma'am, you're joining us live in our Situation Room at On the Phone. What can you tell us?
Hey boys, happy to get on the air with you. This is LB Mendenhall, calling in from Boca Raton. I did want to just kind of pick your brains on something, and boys, I do apologize. I'm gonna have to be quick with you here. I'm gonna have to be kind of brief. I got to be totally honest with you, I got a 12 rack of Keystone Ice in the freezer, and I lost my key to my girlfriend's apartment at an apple orchard. So it's gonna be
that sounds like a tough.
That
sounds like a tough situation.
Well, you're telling me, buddy, if you're too sick to pick apples, you're too dull to drink Snapples. You know what I'm saying? And Philip, if I could get your ear real quick here, buddy.
Yeah, of course.
When we get off the air, I would love to chat with you just in private for a second, because there is a storm coming for you like you would not believe.
Oh no.
I don't like.
Now, Philip, that sounds like a personal situation. We are dealing with the ongoing possible attack on our nation by foreign adversaries, or possibly, and others believe, something far more sinister, extraterrestrials. Now, Mr. Mendenhall, what can you tell us about what is going on?
What the hell does that mean?
Well, Phil, I would like to get you in private just for that part of the conversation, because
okay.
I'll be quite honest with you. I got a reading out of an old box of chicken bones under my porch, and but it's not looking too good for you. Now, Phil.
Condolences, Philip.
And boys, if I may, I would like to give you a brief rundown of just sort of where I'm coming from, sort of my credentials. I got my MFA from Grundle University, so go
Excellent
Blue Gills.
School.
And I was able to obtain a sort of handshake deal in parapsychology from that church that Dennis Rader went to, the BTK killer. So, boys.
So we're dealing with it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're dealing with an absolute expert. Understand this. This is the first credible call we've had all night.
Fellas, if I'm not an expert, I don't know who could be. I'm sitting on a collection here of over 3,500 hand-drawn charcoal paintings of UFOs that I created after I got abandoned on the Canary Islands as a child. And I think we should be looking we should be looking at this issue from sort of Philip, if you could bear with me, I know this may be hard for you to understand. We should be trying to we should be trying to look at this issue of, is it balloons? Is it UAPs? I think we should look at it from a 3-pronged attack. Number one being organized. We should all get in a group chat, just the 3 of us, and maybe some sort of Slack. We get a Slack account going.
Perhaps
something with some business properties.
Yes, perhaps a Google Hangout of some sort.
A Google Hangout. We could get on even Facebook Messenger. If you guys are able to create me an account, I do not have an email. I would love to get on there with you boys.
I'm gonna have one of our producers get on that for you, sir.
Yeah, you need us to create you the Facebook.
Philip,
account?
shut up. Just get Dexter on it. Go ahead.
Fellas, if I am not willing to compromise my IP address, is what I'm telling you. So if you could go ahead secondhand make one of those for me, and go ahead and just fax that over to me.
Yeah.
At 661-811-8161. So number 2, I think first we organize. 2, we monetize. We got to figure out not only how we can get a clearer view of these things, because they're shrouded in mystery. Not only do I want a clearer view, I'm thinking we slap a billboard on one of these things, maybe a GoDaddy.com.
Gary Vaynerchuk couldn't have said it better himself.
Yeah, you got 12 dozen balloons, UAPs. Again, we're not exactly certain what they are, but they're floating around with GoDaddy on them. Maybe even Chrysler, Michelin. Then we get monetary value from that, and that is spendable currency.
Now, would you be opposed to tobacco products, perhaps?
Honestly, and I had been thinking about this, I think Philip Morris would be extremely interested in getting it.
I agree. And also interesting and cryptic, the name Philip, again, has arisen.
Yeah, and I think things like these should just be taken for granted. I think you got to see that as a sign.
I don't like to take it. I don't like to see any hidden meaning in it. I think I'm going to be okay.
Well, I think it's sort of the blind leading the blind then, don't you, Philip? I think this is something that's going to definitely come back to bite you a little sooner than you expected.
Can you remind me what one of your names was again, caller?
LB Mendenhall.
LB Mendenhall. Okay, I'll make sure to get that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have confirmed you will be able to email him at lbmendenhall@gmail.com. That's a real email address in which you can also correspond with this fine gentleman here. Now, you said it was a 3-pronged attack. Go ahead with your 3rd prong, sir.
First prong, organize. Second prong, monetize. 3rd prong, vaporize. So I don't know if you boys are familiar with the movie Bruce Almighty. Have you seen this?
Not since the war.
Big fan.
So there's this tasty scene in Bruce Almighty, and again, it's been a stone's age since I've seen it, but Bruce, in all his glory, is standing on this balcony, and he throws a lasso over the moon. And he pulls it closer so he can have sex with Jennifer Aniston.
Agreed.
So, okay, so picture this, but with a gun.
Yeah. Sorry, no. Continue.
Sorry, there was a little bit of static.
Sorry,
this, but with
sorry. I spit up at. I was horrified by the brilliance of your idea. Continue.
Picture this: no lasso, more of a harpoon goes right through it, splitting it into little decimal-sized, bite-sized pieces that crumble to the ground.
And this is possible with current technology. I assume some unreleased and unknown to the public. We do have the ability to, in fact, split the moon into billions of tiny decimal pieces. You say decimal being math somehow, also small,
the size
of decimal points on a piece of paper. I guess I don't know what you mean by that, but I trust. I trust the math checks out.
I remember my professor, one of my favorite professors at Grundle. He said that
Grundle University, go blue chips,
go blue gills. And
yeah.
he told me the first day of class, first words out of his mouth, he said, there are as many moons in our orbit as there are grains of sand on a shuffleboard. And I think we can spare to lose a couple of these.
And you've done the math.
And even if, here's the best part, boys, even if you miss, you still land among the stars.
Oh, my Lord. An artist, might I say. A genius, undoubtedly. L.B. Grindelwald. I'm sorry.
Grindelwald. Some of this, and I know what you're probably thinking, where did my interest in this first start? And I'll tell you, it started right there on that very same Canary Islands that I was abandoned on as a child. I was attacked by not one, but 4 local cryptids known as the Mananagal.
Famously from Arizona. Go ahead.
As they took me into their cave and began their experiments, I was able to ask one question for each pinprick that they were delivered to me, and I asked how many ships they had in their fleet, and they told me in full confidence they had over 9 ships.
Over 9.
And this was back in 2008.
Now those numbers are far greater than anything we've heard previously to now.
Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me if this is hard for Philip to kind of wrap his head around here, so I'm going to try to talk a little slower, but
Philip is nodding in agreement.
Fantastic.
Also believes I believe he nodded off for a second there, but he's with us.
I have no doubt a man of his size is probably very sleepy, and especially at this crucial hour when the clock is no doubt merely 2 ticks from nuclear midnight.
Yeah, we got 2 seconds to doomsday.
And we will stay on the air for as long as it takes to get the truth out to the people. And we appreciate your time, Grendel. Now, 9 ships, you say?
9 ships, and that's solely in our little schism, our little pocket of the Milky Way here. If we zoom out a little bit here, picture the sky as a kaleidoscope.
Yes.
And you have 2 hands on it, but you drop it in a puddle. Now, just as that puddle begins to crest over the edges of whatever godforsaken machine made that little divot there in the concrete, you'll be able to see through infraction there's over 16 different puddle-sized shapes in our solar system alone.
All this from a man in Boca Raton. Unbelievable.
So I'm safe to say, boys, my calculations, there would be over 100 ships.
Now, let me ask you this.
All in the United States?
All in the U.S. This is completely documented. This is what I have here on my mimeograph.
Now, let me ask you this, sir. Do you fear retribution?
Every day. I live in constant fear. I'm afraid that my Roku's being tapped. Some of my Netflix passwords have been leaked recently on several hard drives that have then turned up in my mailbox the very next day.
Wow. Who,
and
in your estimation, who or what is hunting you, sir?
This might sound a little crazy, but I think it's the sins of our future.
Are you suggesting time travel? Are you suggesting, sir? We must be very clear for the people, and for the people who are listening, this is a crucial moment in our history. Are you suggesting time travel? Are these entities from the future?
Not only am I suggesting it, sir, I'm demanding it. I think with the mere
You're
press of a
demanding it.
button, I'm demanding that our government figures out how to get forward to these beings, and at the same time look back far enough to where we know where we went wrong in the first place.
Bill Belichick couldn't have put this plan better together himself. And
So,
I mean that.
Philip, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put a spreadsheet together, buddy, and I'm going to... Are you on LinkedIn?
I am on LinkedIn.
Okay, so go ahead and fax that over to me too.
What's your fax number? Do you want to just, how are we going to get that information out outside of a
It's
live chat?
661 611 621 611.
That seems like too many numbers, but we're going to read it back. 611-611-1611. Is that correct?
That's absolutely right. And make sure you have it highlighted. And
should be attention, anybody? Just attention, Grindelwald?
How are the kids doing, LG?
It's pretty safe to say that they're a thing of the past too.
Is there any hope for mankind?
If we have, you ever seen in Ferris Bueller's Day Out where he takes he takes Cameron's dad's car to the garage and they put it in reverse so the mileage goes backwards?
Yeah.
Classic.
And then it flies out the window, doesn't it?
Yeah. Fool's mistake.
Classic scene.
I think, and I'm sorry if I am getting a little choked up, I think in the pursuit of rectifying our sins, mankind is digging an even deeper hole than the one we already find ourselves in. I think we should just.
Well, Grindelwald, we don't want to. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Dwight, don't cut him off. He was really onto something there.
But I think if the sun is Cameron's dad,
okay,
and the moon is Cameron's mom, and all the twinkles of the stars are the paintings that Ferris saw with his girlfriend when he was skipping school, we can think that we can do better, and we have to find a way to let them know that we're willing to change.
Excellent.
It's gonna be a war of compassion,
sir. We thank you so much for your time, and we hope that in the future you can give us more knowledge on the ongoing situation as we provide coverage to the people. You are the fight, and keep fighting the good fight, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. See you guys later.
See you, dude.
What the hell?
And there you have it, folks. You heard it here first. This has been On the Phone. We'll be right back with your calls. Is the mic off?
No, it's not. 1 second.
Ladies and gentlemen, we return on the phone. Interesting goings-on this evening already on the show. We've had several callers, a lot of information, but I don't know that we've gotten anywhere yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another call. Hello, you join us on the phone. This is your host, Darian Irwin. What, sir, can you tell us?
What I can tell you is balloons have always scared me since I was a little child. I used to suck them, and I used to get the helium and do the funny voices. And then I graduated from that, and I started huffing air duster. And then I started losing brain cells.
It sounds like it. It sounds like it. Now, what does that have to do with the ongoing situation and threat that our country and perhaps species faces?
All I can say is I think that Elon Musk is creating people inside of the Tesla factory. He's making people, and they're not real people. They look like us, and they talk like us, but they're not real. And the balloon is a part of all that. It's a charade. It is a psyop. They're trying to distract you. They don't want you to think about anything besides war. China's our friend. I love Chinese people. I always have. I love Chinese food. When I open a fortune cookie and I read it, I believe it, and I think that is a message personally for me. And I take it into heart. It says I'm going to have financial success, and I start getting happy. That's who I am. And I love balloons, and I don't give a shit. I'll still buy them. I'll still buy balloons. Sometimes I get lightheaded when I kind of like that dizzy feeling. I like it. When I'm losing oxygen in my head, I kind of enjoy that. And that's a problem that I have, but I don't care.
No, now.
Is that,
we appreciate
does that answer your questions?
Not even a little bit.
No.
Not even a little bit. What? Sir, are you on some sort of drugs now?
I was drinking a bit of alcohol, and then I was talking to a very fat woman, and I got her phone number, and I asked her if she had herpes, and she told me that she didn't have herpes. And
well, how can you be
I
sure?
I asked her if she wanted kids, and she said that she did. And then I told her that I had a vasectomy and I can't have kids. And she said that it is reversible. And I told her I still don't want kids. How lonely are you? Are you about on the verge of a mental breakdown? And I got her phone number, and it might be okay. But she went back to the ocean. I think she's gone now. But I didn't seal the deal.
So, are you saying this woman is one of the balloons?
Well, she fucking looked like a balloon. Is all I could tell you. She had some fat fucking titties.
Truer
She
words,
had nice nails too. Her nails were very pretty. She did them herself. I asked her if it was acrylic or gel, and she said no, they're my real nails. And I was like, no, they're not. And this is my attempt at small talk. And I don't give a shit about the balloon. I'm trying to live my life and get my dick sucked.
So you think, to understand correctly, you call in to say that you believe there is no threat.
I almost had sex with a fat woman tonight. I don't give a shit.
Yes, who could care about other things?
But aliens are real. Aliens are real. And I almost fucked one tonight. That's all I can tell you.
Sir, we appreciate your call, and we appreciate the information. Thank you so much. And we hope
Thank you, and I appreciate your broadcast, and I appreciate your program. I appreciate what you're doing for the goddamn American people. And don't stop. We need you. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, sir. We will fight the fight. Thank you. You have heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. On the phone. That is going to conclude our broadcast for the evening.
It wasn't bad.
We love
took,
you.
4 calls?
Shut up, Philip. We love you. And we will see you on the other side when this is all over. On the phone.
Later.
I'm Darian Irwin.
I'm Philip Garcia.
Thank you.
Have a good night.